All right. Telecommunications, 2 months after Airtel Africa was granted full payment service bank license by the Central Bank of Nigeria, the telco has launched its Smartcash payment service bank in Lagos. Airtel Africa, 6 months prior, got the CBN's approval in principle to operate a payment service bank in Nigeria, and then 2 months later got the full PSB license. Now, are PSBs the missing link to financial inclusion in Nigeria? Joining us to answer that question is the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Smartcash Payment Bank, Muyiwa Ebitanmi. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. So can you clarify the relationship between Airtel Africa and Smartcash PSB? You're a wholly owned subsidiary of Airtel. Is that the relationship?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you very much. So Smartcash Payment Service Bank is a wholly owned subsidiary of Airtel Africa PLC. We are a financial services industry, a financial services player, and licensed by the Central Bank to operate a payment service bank in Nigeria, which is basically focused on bridging the financial inclusion gap, developing and deploying our distribution network very close to people, especially in the rural areas.
Thank you so much for that. I want to look at a quote from you from the launch in Lagos, where you said, we aim to bridge the financial divide by providing rural and urban Nigerians access to innovative, highly secured and reliable banking services that's powered by technology and relevant to their needs. So between rural and urban dwellers, I'm going to guess that access to finance clearly has to be more challenging for the rural side. How is technology making that possible?
So we will use the very simple technology available in the market, especially in the rural areas where most of the people there, they use what we call a feature phone, which does not support any data. What we'll be deploying and leveraging is basically USSD services, SMS services, to be able to bridge the financial gap. We're also going to be lowering the barrier to entry to make it possible for everybody that has a phone to be able to create a wallet, create a bank account with the necessary regulation being followed to ensure that we can allow them to facilitate payment, receive money from friends and family, send money to their friends and family, and also continue to help to promote the financial inclusion strategy of the government and reduce cash transaction in the Nigerian economy.
Thank you for that. It's been said that you cannot tech your way past Nigeria's infrastructure challenge. What would make your work easier? Is it more broadband penetration, better power supply? What would improve things?
So we see a lot of opportunity in the broadband penetration. We also see a lot of opportunity in the power supply. But if you understand Nigeria very well, it's an evolving economy. We will continue to leverage all the infrastructure available to be able to deploy solutions that meet the need of people, again, especially in the rural community. So we allow them to be able to go to our agent network to be able to facilitate transactions while we build those agent network ourselves and provide the minimal infrastructure required for them to be able to function well and meet the need of the customers in each of the communities where we have those touch points.
Fantastic. Lagos State leads Nigeria with internet connectivity. How do you plan to scale your operations across other states that aren't as connected as Lagos?
So as I said, we will leverage smartphone that drives internet connectivity. We're also leveraging the feature phone that uses only voice and SMS. And our solution will be able to work across both bridges. So we don't see any limitation based on internet connectivity. What is most important to us is to continue to educate Nigerians to let them know that there is a secure, safe, and easier way to be able to facilitate payments, to be able to carry out their financial transaction. We don't see any limitation at all.
Oh, fantastic. All right, I want to ask you about financial inclusion. Data from a survey carried out by the World Bank says account ownership in Nigeria increased from 30% in 2011 to 45% in 2021. I think Efina says 51% of Nigerians have formal access to financial services. What do you make of these figures? How can they be improved, I guess, based on the work you're doing?
So if you look at the numbers, you will see a deliberate, consistent improvement based on the effort of the key regulators, the federal government of Nigeria, the Central Bank of Nigeria. The licensing of Smartcash PSB will further reduce those numbers because our strategic intent is to focus on the financially excluded, especially in the rural area, deploy all our distribution resources to create service points with very close proximity. They will be able to leverage their mobile phone to be able to create wallets. In the nearest future, we see a significant reduction in the numbers of Nigerians that are currently financially excluded.
And I guess going forward, can you talk to us about your, strategy for expansion or across the country to try and improve those numbers that you're talking about?
Yes, so our first focus is to go to critical places, the last mile in Nigeria, where it's been difficult for a lot of other players in the industry to be able to access. Those are core areas where we want to first go and deploy our distribution network. We want to go and talk to them about creating wallets. We want to let them know that it's very important to begin to reduce the cash transaction in our economy. Let's digitalize payment. Let's facilitate payment using the mobile devices. Those are the core area where we want to start. And we will continue to join that to the cosmopolitan city where it's gradually becoming mature in terms of financial services.
Fantastic stuff. Muyiwa Ebitanmi, MD, CEO, Smartcash Payment Service Bank. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about financial inclusion and how it can be improved in Nigeria. Appreciate your time.